Governor Shri Shaktikant Das, Chief Guest Professor Pamidua, Mr. Katur, Dr. Subrata Sarkar, Dr. Srijit Mishra, Dr. Pandit, distinguished guests, members of the faculty, staff and students, graduating students and their parents, and other participants. So very good morning. I extend a warm welcome to Governor Shri Shaktikant Das and Chief Guest Professor Pamidua and all of you to the 17th Convocation of IGIDR. As you know, the last 2 years were challenging to all of us due to the pandemic. I would like to thank the faculty, students and staff and the Board of Governors for their support during the pandemic period. We had online classes for almost 2 years till February 2022. Institute started physical classes from March 2022 when students returned back to the campus. I am glad that we are able to organize the convocation this year physically. My congratulations to all the students who will be graduated today. And I am also happy to inform you that IGIDR is going to complete 35 years this year. As you know, the institute was established in 1987. I am grateful to our chief guest, Professor Pamidua, for accepting our invitation to deliver this year's convocation address. I am also glad to inform you that she is the first woman chief guest at our convocation since its inception. So let's give her. She is not new to the institute. She has been supporting IGIDR in various capacities. Now it's my privilege to introduce her. Professor Pamidua is a director of the Delhi School of Economics and senior professor of economics. She is also currently non-resident honorary distinguished fellow at IGIDR. She was a member of the first Monetary Policy Committee of RBI from 2016 to 2020. She is a member of the Governing Council of CAFRAL, the Center for Advanced Financial Research and Learning. She has served the University of Delhi in various capacities, including Dean of Academic Activities and Projects. She also served as the President of the Indian Econometric Society and has been editor of the Indian Economic Review, Journal of the Delhi School of Economics, for almost 2 decades. She has published numerous research papers in reputed international journals, as well as books and book chapters in her field, her field time series, econometrics, forecasting, macroeconomics, monetary policy, and business cycle analysis. She has over 3.5 decades of experience in teaching of macroeconomics, econometrics, and forecasting. She has been affiliated with a few US universities. She obtained her master's and doctorate in economics from the prestigious London School of Economics. She received many awards. So on behalf of the Board of Management and the entire campus community, I extend Professor Pamidua a very warm welcome to the Institute and to this graduation function. I also extend Governor RBI and our President, Shri Shaktikant Das, a warm welcome to the Institute and to this graduate function. So it's his first visit to the Institute, and we were looking forward to his visit. Turning to IGIDR, the Institute was established by the Reserve Bank of India in 1987. It became a deemed to be university in 1995. Over the years, the Institute has established itself as one of the well-known and high-quality institutions in the country and abroad. In this context, as I always acknowledge the efforts of its faculty, students, and staff, as well as continuous encouragement and support of the Reserve Bank of India and its successive governors and deputy governors. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Sri Shaktikant Das and Board of Governors for their valued support and continuous guidance. Our vision is to continue the excellence in teaching and research and reach further greater heights in future. Turning to teaching, IGIDR has a strong teaching program spanning a diversity of topics in both economic theory and applied economics. In its role as deemed to be university, it offers MSc in economics and integrated PhD programs in development studies. IGIDR is one of the few centers of higher learning in India that focuses on academic training and research from an interdisciplinary perspective. It encourages students from a variety of disciplines like economics, mathematics, science, and engineering. The unique feature of the academic program at IGIDR is its emphasis on combining theory with hands-on experience. The institute, through its rigorous curriculum of international standards, prepares students for careers par excellence in academics, business, and policy. The research agenda in IGIDR is guided by contemporary policy concerns, individual faculty members' research interests, and through sponsored projects. Apart from theoretical research, the institute does a lot of policy-oriented research on many topics. IGIDR's research is ranked number 1 by the Scopus Index for several years among the economics departments in the country. Like earlier years, the progress on publications, research projects, conferences, capacity building programs this year has been satisfactory. IGIDR faculty has also received recognition on several fronts as reflected in major assignments, members of different government committees, and in receiving awards. Faculty published research papers in economic theory and various topics on economic development in national and international journals. Policy advice to the government also continued. The faculty edits 2 major journals. One is the Journal of Quantitative Economics, and the other is the Macroeconomics and Finance in Emerging Market Economies. IGIDR faculty also serve in several important government committees such as Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, Monetary Policy Committee, and other committees of RBI, National Statistical Commission, Advisory Committee on National Account Statistics, members of international organizations like the International Food Policy Research Institute and International Economic Association, to name a few. I would like to inform you that 19 well-known economists, including Professors Nick Stern, Ravi Kanbur, Kaiwan Munshi, Avinash Dikshit, Pranab Bardhan, Kaushik Basu, also Professor Pami Dua, and some others have agreed to be associated with IGIDR as non-resident honorary distinguished fellows. Some of them will be visiting the institute in the next few months. One of the important publications of IGIDR is India Development Report. These reports provide an independent assessment of the Indian economy, including current problems, issues, and policies. The publication of India Development Report has provided us an opportunity to bring the research of IGIDR scholars to wider audience. We have started next issue of the India Development Report 2 years back. It got delayed due to the pandemic. India Development Report 2022 will be ready in the next few months. Apart from macro and other chapters, we are having a special lecture, special theme on skills and employment in this report. Regarding quality of IGIDR activities, the institute has IQSC, Internal Quality Assessment Cell, which is doing a lot of work. The IQSC plays a key role in improving and maintaining the quality of education of an institute. We have also started quarterly newsletter called Econ Prism. This is a student-managed newsletter under the guidance of a few faculty members. And also a student-led voluntary initiative called COVISH was introduced in 2021. So the objective of this initiative was to educate the underprivileged children online and offline. Institute has a lot of outreach and capacity building activities. IGIDR organized 19th Annual Conference on Macroeconomics and Finance in December 2021. 3 keynote addresses were given at the conference. The first one is by Dr. Frederick Mishkin of Columbia University, USA. Second one by Dr. Hugo Paniza, Professor of Economics of Graduate Institute of International Development Studies, Geneva. Third one is given by Dr. Arvind Subramaniam, Senior Fellow, Watson Institute for International and Public Affairs, Brown University, USA. We also had a special session in honor of Dr. Subir Gokarn, who was our colleague and former Deputy Governor of RBI. Dr. D. Subbarao, former Governor of RBI, gave special address in this session. Dr. Subir Gokarn Best Paper Awards, 3 awards were given in this session. On outreach, we are also planning to have a conference in collaboration with International Economic Association this year. Danny Roderick of Harvard University is the president of the International Economic Association. The institute is also giving training program for the Indian Statistical Service officers and planning training program for RBI officers this year. There will be a summer school on econometrics and machine learning in June 2022. IGIDR has served other outreach programs such as visiting, they have several outreach programs such as Visiting Students Program for Master's students, Visiting Scholars Program for PhD students, and postdoctoral program. Regarding new education policy, as you know, the NEP says that deemed universities such as IGIDR has to transform into multidisciplinary universities or knowledge hubs with 3,000 or more students. So we are exploring different options so that the institute will fulfill the requirements of the new education policy. But this will take some time. Now I turn to the degrees awarded. Since its inception in the late 1980s, in 35 years, IGIDR has awarded 126 PhD, 120 MPhil, and 363 MSc degrees. At this convocation, 8 PhD, 6 MPhil, and 31 MSc degrees are to be awarded. I was looking at the last 5-year average of the female-male ratio of students. So I may add that last 5-year average of MSc students show that 57% are females, and for PhD, 67% are females. So I repeat, 67% of the students are females for PhD. We should. So as usual, we are proud of the gender imbalance in favor of females. I am happy to inform you that our students have been remarkably successful in getting placements both from academic institutions in India and abroad, as well as from leading corporate government organizations and financial institutions. There is a demand for IGIDR students in various sectors. There is already a large and vibrant network of IGIDR alumni in academic institutions and the corporate sector. The alumni form the core of economic faculty at several institutions of national importance such as IIMs, IITs, JNU, Madras School of Economics, NCIER, CDS Trivandrum, NIPFP, and some of the emerging private universities in the country. They also occupy top managerial positions in multinational enterprises in India and abroad. So I thank the alumni for being wonderful ambassadors of their alma mater. Finally, I congratulate the students who will be awarded the degree at the convocation, and I wish all of them success in the future activities. So once again, I warmly welcome all of you to this convocation. Thank you very much.